Well, hello, Robert Heffernan with Enotech, AI for FinTech. This is Blockchain Vitals. It's our weekly segment. Good Monday morning to you. Well, Monday morning here, afternoon, I'm sure somewhere. I'm a master endotechnician, firmly in the matrix, trading digitally. And it is the 30th of December. This is our last weekly segment of 2019. And though 2019 had its moments of glory for crypto, certainly not ending the year that way. Anyway, you know what? We don't even need to go do the rounds because for me, I just want to reflect on the fact that there has been so many headlines, right? There's been so much news. And I, for one, 3 decades of trading, understand that trading the news is the quickest way to start flipping burgers. All right, you gotta come at this stuff from a technical approach. I will go to my grave with the belief and with the trading success embodied in the technicals, and that all available information is in that chart. All available information is acted upon, and through price discovery. That's what something's worth. What at any particular time somebody's willing to buy and sell it for. That's why we have a market, market-driven value, and then from that years of losing money and making money and finding out what really makes sense for me is the important thing. So as we ring in the new year. My chance to tell you that you need to build in layers of discipline in your trading methodology so you don't have anybody else to blame but yourself. And the win-loss, and actually not even the win-loss, because you can have a negative win-loss, right? Commodities and trading in general, one of the great things where a win-loss record of completely lopsided, right? And you can still make a lot of money, all right? That's the beautiful thing about trading. All right, listen, we're going to take the vitals and talk about the actual price discovery because that's where, for my money, the value is, all right? Taking the vitals. All right. So right now, Bitcoin trading 72.63, below the value range that they set on Sunday, 73.86 to 75.17, and fully a retest of that lower momentum level. This week coming in at 72.40. This is Bitfinex price discovery, by the way. And so, only a couple, I'm saying 3 only of the top 8 that we're going to cover here not in lower momentum on the weekly. All right, that's Bitcoin, EOS, and XTZ. All the rest in lower momentum on the weekly, and I'll go over those levels with the rest of them. But for sure, not ending the year, right, with any particular technical strength. And not any technical strength on the crosses. So Bitcoin has been your best bet. The others have fared much worse than Bitcoin for the most part, with the exception of XTZ. And for me, it's more the same here now. We're going to spend maybe, this week, and we have a lot of it left, obviously, and that brings us into the new year. And the new year brings us a monthly, it brings us a new quarter, it brings us a new half a year chart, if you look at that, and an annual chart. And believe me, I find it very important to step back and look at all of those fractals, look at momentum modeling, look at other type of, not just standard deviation modeling, but other types of momentum modeling on these longer time frames to paint the picture for you of the general, health or sickness of any particular thing. Those are the vitals. You get whacked in a car accident, they take you to the ER, the doctor makes his decision based on your vital signs, what's going on with the market. And for me, that's what technical discovery is all about. Technical analysis is all about those vital signs and what is the patient telling you. And for us, these patients are tradable assets. And it doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin or corn, I'm going to look at the vital signs the same way. All right. It tells the same picture. Anyway, so yeah, we tested that lower momentum level on the weekly, 72.40 in Bitcoin. So far, so good. We held it. Trading above it right now, but not by very much. And I got to tell you, I'm not particularly thrilled that we didn't explode off of this. Now, we might here going into the year end have a little pump. But for me, there's other levels that are increasingly important now that we trade out of lower momentum on the weekly. And that means we need to gain up momentum on the daily, all right? 74.19 would be nice for us to recapture and close above if you look at those daily figures at endotech.io. All right, Ethereum trading right now, hold on. Ethereum trading 131.66. Lower momentum on the weekly, 139.28. Room down to 96.22. So again, for me, you got to prove it to me. Close out of lower momentum, and I'll start taking a look. Close in up momentum on the daily, I'll start taking a look. XRP trading 1936.1936. Lower momentum on the weekly, 2076. Room down to 1315. And again, as we go down here, other than EOS and XTZ, everybody in precarious position, in an unhealthy place on the chart. And don't kill the messenger. That's just what's going on here. All right, Litecoin, 42.34 last. Lower momentum on the weekly, 43.53. Room down to 28.65 on that weekly chart. EOS, and here's the thing. When you read the news, and the problems EOS has had, similar to the problems that Ethereum has on scaling, on transactions per minute, you would think that there's no hope for it yet. Lower momentum on the weekly is 258. EOS right now trading 262, so trading out of lower momentum on the weekly. And again, so the news sometimes doesn't have to match. In fact, the news most of the time doesn't have to match what is going on in the actual traded vehicle. BNB right now trading 1386. Low momentum on the weekly, 1433. Room down to 930. XTZ, now I was long this. I got out good. I did not like the fact that they've put in such a beautiful double top, especially on the weeklies. Right now, XTZ trading 134. The weekly average is 121. Up Mo on the weekly, 147. Lower Mo on the weekly, 95.27. Actually, since they've pulled back here out of Up Mo on the weekly, I don't mind dabbling around 121, that weekly average, and for sure adding at that 95.27, 95 cents, 90.9527 on the weekly, that lower momentum level. And we get to close in lower momentum on the weekly. You got to be out of it. XLM, the last, you know what, by the way, excuse me for not showing those for the dailies, for your daily pleasure. XLM now actually overtaken XTZs from a market cap standpoint. But anyway, XLM playing 0455, 0455. Lower momentum on the weekly, 0497. Room down to 0298 on the weekly. And again, you got to show me some strength. I don't mind jumping in and buying stuff on strength, but I'm certainly not going to buy it when they can't even lift their head and close out of lower momentum on the weekly. And again, all of the crosses, nothing more intriguing so far than being long Bitcoin right now. That's the way I'm seeing it. I will tell you this. The crosses, we're on the very low end of these ranges as far as longer-term profiling, the profile, where those value ranges are. So if we do turn here, and if Bitcoin starts to make a little run, maybe in the first quarter, I'm going to pay particular attention to the crosses, because I think if they can turn, you're going to get a little better bang for your buck owning some of these other ones. And of course, I don't care what the story is, one versus the other. I'm only going to look at the chart. All right. I'm going to let the momentum tell me which one I should be in if it's not Bitcoin. All right. That's what I'm seeing. Listen, I will be back early midweek here, maybe New Year's Day night, for sure the 2nd in the morning. And we will talk about the monthly roll for the things that have enough price discovery to build a quarterly chart. We're going to talk about that. And we will talk about the long range yearly outlook as far as what the technicals tell you. Now, obviously markets can outperform technicals, but it's really good idea to have that base information at your fingertips. I learned long ago that a very important part of trading is understanding what the potential of the market is and trading the most of your shares or most of your interest in that potential. You can leave some on for outliers, and by all means you should catch that flyer with a bit of your position. But the people that look for the Reggie Jackson October to remember and are always hitting for the fence, believe me, long term, it's a very painful way to trade. That's what I'm seeing anyway. Please be disciplined, trade disciplined, mind the mo, and I will see you in a couple of days' time to go over these longer term time fractals that are so important in my decision-making process, and hopefully yours too. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, man. 2020, crystal clear, right? The roaring 20s are on the way, and we'll be ready to take advantage of them. Thank you.